Hello everyone, welcome to Bayern Now, the ultimate Bayern Munich fan channel. So, according to L'Equipe, which is a news source from France, I don't know how reliable they are, but they have a lot of followers and they are very, they're generally good with these French sources. According to them, L'Equipe, Upamecano prefers Bayern Munich over his choices. He feels as if he's going to move anywhere out of Leipzig, it's going to be to Bayern. And also, they also mentioned that he prefers to go to a club where he's a starting center back. And that makes complete sense. It's logical because Upamecano has been one of the best center backs in the Bundesliga this season. And that automatically makes him one of the best in Europe. So, Upamecano, as someone who, he's been superb, man. So you can only imagine that he's demanding to go somewhere where they're going to play him week in, week out. So... And Aslan, SULE, and him. That's the thing, isn't it? Because we're looking for a right-sided center back. We're not looking for a left-sided center back. Center back with a right foot, right? With the right preferred foot. That's the thing. So it's going to be between him and NIKLAS. If one of them gets injured, they can fill in for each other. That's how football is. That's how depth is supposed to work. That's how squad depth is. Upamecano will not only add quality. I think him and NIKLAS as a partnership would be superb. But if either of them gets injured, we could have Alaba on one side and Upamecano, or the pace as well, the recovery pace across the board. He would fit Hansi Flick's system. And we've been linked to Upamecano for a while now. For a long, long time, we've been linked to Upamecano. I don't even know. Can anyone tell me how long we've been linked to this guy? Because it's been since January. I thought we were gonna get him, but he does have a 50 million release clause, and everyone loves these, so I love them too. The player views. So Upa is definitely 21. He has a 45 million release clause. He is an exceptional tackler, great passer of the ball. I think I saw a stat for him. Upamecano has made the most progressive passes, or he's made the most successive passes into the final third, and also made the most. So that puts him extremely high in the league. I put dribbling for his strength because I've seen this. He steps out of the back almost as a CDM and just takes the ball, and he's so good at it. So good at dribbling, Upamecano. His concentration and his actual strength at it as well. So, it's crazy. Has no one noticed how he steps out of the back and then dribbles the entire team and slips a teammate in? He's done that a lot. He's been superb at that, and his long passes are amazing. So, Upamecano for me is just, he would improve us. He would definitely give us not only an option in terms of depth, but also a quality player that can, fill in. We're Bayern Munich, right? Real Madrid don't buy good players and go, hey, we don't know where you're going to play. They just buy them and then figure out where they're going to play them later, right? They just spend the money and buy them and make a great team. Now, I'm not saying we go spend £1 billion or €1 billion every 10 years. I'm saying we just strategically spend when we need to. Boateng is going to leave. If you think about it this season, Boateng is the starting center back. He is a starting center back. Don't take it wrong. Don't take it as if Boateng is sitting on the bench. He's not. So if Boateng leaves, we're going to have to replace him because he's a starter, right? And that's going to be Upamecano for me. I think there's no one else. I was looking at Ibrahima Konate from also the same team, but he's not going to come. His injury, you don't know how he's going to return. But Upamecano stayed fit for a long time for Leipzig. He stepped up when they needed them. And this, for the last few months, he hasn't really been playing with center backs. He's been playing with Heilstenberg, I think, and also Klosterman right next to him as center backs. So you can know this guy's a leader, man. SULE, Hernandez, Boateng, Martinez, Pavard. You have so many center backs. Well, considering Boateng will leave and Martinez will leave, we'll need one more center back to really cover. And we get a lot of injuries. We are a hospital FC. I think we get more injuries than any other club in Europe. And maybe Spurs get a lot too, but we get too many injuries to count. Every single week, we have only 4 players that are consistently fit throughout pretty much the entire season. Kimmich, NEUER, he got one injury, but he's back and he isn't getting any injuries. Lewandowski, Thomas Müller, those are the only 4 players. Davies got his first injury was back in 2 days. So five players there that don't get injured. I'm thinking of more, but even Goretzka, who was fit last season, pretty much the entire season, is now getting a few knocks here and there. And Tolisso, he's getting a surgery. Even Coutinho, who's always fit, somehow picks up an injury. We are injury FC. We're the definition of injuries. So we will need to have players. We can't wait till May 9th. Yeah, I can't wait, man. Football is gonna be insane. That's what it's pretty much going to happen. All the German government has to do is say yes, because there's going to be about 250 people per stadium, or 240. The production crews, the sponsors and their workers coming in to make sure things are going. Like, there's so many things involved in a football match. So hopefully, everything is just smooth. I genuinely feel like, it's gonna just return, and they're gonna try their best to avoid getting this virus. But what if one production crew member gets it? They might just stop football. All the world gonna watch Bundesliga because no other league is back. Exactly. The money. That's why they want to bring it back. The money, man. At the end of the day, every football league is literally a business entity. It's a legal business entity, right? They want to make the most money. And the countries, especially European countries, where a big part of their economy, not a big part, like a huge part of their economy is football. Like, there's football fans, right? To keep the world happy, or their country, or their population, their citizens happy, the great people in each country. Football needs to be back. The German people will definitely love being, the first country to return with football. But yeah, that's really important. So talking about Upamecano, he would definitely, like I said, add the quality, because we have so many injuries. And because I think, he knows this. He knows Bayern get injuries. And the thing is, Upamecano is a bit, he gets a few injuries himself, and that's normal. That's completely normal. But this season, over the last few months, he's stepped up for Leipzig, stayed fit, played every single minute since his partners got injuries. And he's been a real one. He's been fantastic. He's actually think about the game versus Bayern Munich versus RB Leipzig. He put Lewandowski in his pocket. I'm not even trying to lie. Lewandowski was in Upamecano's pocket that game, because Upamecano is that good. He put Lewandowski, one of the best striker in the world, in his pocket. Konate did it too, which is why I wanted Konate, because he's bigger, same pace, same physicality, can do the same things, but bigger. He put Lewandowski in his pocket. And when a player does that, you just buy him. You just have to applaud it. I don't know how you just he didn't mark him. He just made sure he won every battle. This guy wins 80% of his duels. That's insane. Wins like almost 70% of his headers. That's even more insane. The fact that he's only like 6'1". He's not like this giant guy. He's not Virgil van Dijk, is he? He really isn't. He's not. So he's not gonna win you every single ball in the air. But what he will do is read situations. I watched this thing where it showed Upamecano in the box. It was against us. It was I think Davies made a pass. He got and blocked the shot that Davies had, and then the shot deflected off him. I think it went to, was it Gnabry? I don't know. And then he blocked that. The reactions. Upamecano is going to be a sensational center back. Not because he could join us, but because he will be. And I just think that he's going to be superb. And the thing is, when it says 50 million there, I'm actually lying. His release clause is 45 million. It's 45 million. So if this guy's release clause is only 45 million, we have to go and get him. Do you think we're going to get him? So according to L'Equipe though, Upamecano prefers the Bayern Munich move. He prefers to move to Bayern. What's up, Kennedy? Getting him is another thing, right? We have to go act. We have to go pay that 45 million release clause. That's assuming that, seriously, if Boateng and Javi Martinez leaves, that's a midfielder and / center back leaving, and that's a center back and Boateng leaving. If we get two of those players leaving, we have to replace them with someone. And since Kimmich has moved into midfield and Adrian Fine is coming back from loan, we don't need to buy a midfielder for Javi Martinez. But what we do need is a center back, because Javi is a center back. He covers center back. Boateng is a center back as well. And Upamecano is going to replace almost two players by himself because of how good he is. And I think that's the smart idea. We shouldn't be going out and looking for a young kid that hasn't proven. We should just buy someone like an Upamecano. He's proven in the league. That's the thing, right? People think oh, just because a player does in this league, they'll do it in this league. Some players might be great in England, move to Spain and they're crap. Move to Germany and they're crap, right? It doesn't matter. Look at these Arsenal loans and these loans from Arsenal to the Bundesliga, right? They thought they'd be the next Sancho. Reece Nelson looked dead in the Bundesliga. He looked dead in Hoffenheim because it's different. It's just different for every player. So Upamecano has already proven himself in this league. And if we don't go and get someone like that who's proven in the league, what message are we sending out to the rest of the world? Upa can be a replacement for Boateng, and isn't Javi Martinez a CDM? Javi is a CDM, but he does play center back sometimes, right? He started center backs, especially the game versus Dortmund. He played center back because we didn't have anyone else. We will always get injuries. I think us fans, we forget how bad we are with injuries. Upamecano will definitely freaking add quality. Not only that, but he'll add depth. We don't have any depth. Like, Hansi Flick has made what we have look good because he's Hansi Flick, because he's done well. But internally, we all know this. We don't have depth. We don't have any players for different positions. We don't have... If Kimmich, THIAGO get injured at the same time, who are we bringing in into midfield? Mikel Cousins, who's still playing for our second team? Oh, you can't bring him in. What, you're going to recall Adrian Fine on loan? You're not going to do that. So there's a big misconception that we have all we need. We're basically perfect, but we're not. And that's the thing, isn't it? That's the thing. So we need depth. Football is about depth. And the thing is, some people think, oh, Boateng, we can still keep him. And Javi Martinez, we can also still keep him because he's been a servant of the club. What? We're not a freaking military. We're not giving out social security to players. These players are professional footballers. They obviously, played for us. They love the club, but they probably love their careers more. If they're going to make all this money, we need to look at what's best for the club. And that's to bring in someone like a Dayot Upamecano, who's not only just going to increase, we're going to have Leipzig have an untouchable defense, right? Bringing Upamecano in, who's one of their best center backs. I mean, Leipzig have seriously. They have Willy Orban, who's Hungarian, freaking hungry defender. He is a captain. He's been injured for a long time. They have Ibrahima Konate, who's also wanted by everyone in Europe. When Konate returns, I think Konate is better than Upamecano. Isn't it crazy how I look? Oh my God, I feel like my brother looks so much like Upamecano. I can't even lie. Jesus Christ. Oh my God. I've been wondering who this guy looks like. He looks like my brother. But not like, okay, my brother maybe just not as, just not as detailing. But they look pretty similar. But still, like I'm saying, we need quality. Real Madrid don't buy Militao and put... Like, that's what I like. I rate what Real Madrid do. Just buy Eden Militao and fit him in later. Like, he didn't even know what his best position was. I bet you when Real Madrid were buying Militao, which is crazy, they probably didn't even know his best position. They were just like, he's a freaking young center back, Brazilian, let's buy him. Like, when they were buying Vinicius Jr., I don't even think they knew his best position. Did they know he was a winger? They just bought him and said, we'll fit you in later. That's what Real Madrid do. I'm not saying we should do that, like I said, but I'm saying we should be buying players that we know we need. We need Upamecano. He's everything we want. He's everything we need in a center back. And Hansi Flick, because he plays his high line, we need pace, ridden center backs who can recover, right? And Upamecano has that. Like, legit, look at this guy's stature. He just looks tough. He looks big. And his tackling passes, everyone knows his dribbling. I don't know why, but I haven't noticed many people say this. This guy just takes the ball and dribbles halfway across the team. Why do you look like Mario? I don't know. I mean, you can look at any black guy. I would look like him because that's how it is. Like, I could... Legit, that's how it... I don't know. It's the big noses. I don't know. It has to be. It has to be the big noses. Or maybe... I don't know. I'm told I look like the guy from Get Out. Which is... I mean, it's kind of true. Just a little bit. But still. It's... I mean... I don't know. You can find any black person and I'd look like that. Somehow. Even freaking Will Smith. I'd look a little bit like Will Smith. I would legit have something of Will Smith. So... Upa. What a name, man. I mean, Jesus Christ. Upamecano. That's such a cool name. I'm not gonna lie. Imagine you're an attacker and you read Upamecano. Freaking NIKLAS or Alaba. Or I don't know. NIKLAS, Alaba. Whatever it is. Alphonso Davies, ACHRAF HAKIMI. You're not gonna want to attack that back line. It's pace everywhere and efficiency and strength. Davies is strong physically. The kid is strong. Alphonso Davies is a tough kid, man. And then Upamecano next to NIKLAS. Oh my goodness, you can have the sauciest back line in the world. Like, think about it. Upamecano's, oh man, with NIKLAS SULE, the pace, man. I think SULE would be faster than Upamecano. He's just, the guy's pace is weird. Upamecano, HAKIMI, and Leroy Sane. This is what I want to see. Those are 3 players that we could genuinely go and get. Upa, HAKIMI, and Leroy. Leroy Sane is going to be a Bayern player. That's what I know. We cannot go away without signing Sane. If we don't sign Sane, we look like the smallest beta male club ever, because we've been talking about him for almost 2 years now. It feels like 10 years, to be completely honest, and I'm tired of saying the name Sane, because I just want him to sign already. But the thing is, we won't get Sane, and when we do, I think we would be saucy. But speaking, like, do you really think, I don't think this, our board isn't gonna just get these players. Upa and SULE, bro, who wants to go through this back? Exactly. Mbappe might be like, oh, NIKLAS SULE, he's big, he might be slow. And I think NIKLAS is probably faster than Upamecano. I'm just saying that because I want to, but the guy is quick, bro. Oh my god. He's not quick, he's actually fast. It's different. NIKLAS SULE, he's not like, the Flash, but what he does is he uses his body to just, first of all, when NIKLAS is running, he starts sprinting, he looks really slow, and then he's there, and then I'm just, wow, I just have to, I love when big players are fast. I love it. Give me HAKIMI, Upamecano, SULE, and Davies, and we have the fastest backline in the world. It has to be, right? HAKIMI is one of the fastest in the Bundesliga. Davies is also, I think, the fastest, honestly. I don't think we've seen Davies' full pace yet. He might be one of the fastest in the world, in my opinion. We've also not seen, them in a real pace battle. Like when they go against Kylian Mbappe, I think we'll see something. I think PSG will get Leipzig. I genuinely do. And after Chelsea, we might go ahead and get Atletico Madrid. That's how it could be, and then Barcelona might pick up Juventus. I think that's going to be the quarterfinals of the Champions League, and we're going to see some real pace battles. We're going to see some real fights. I want to see Upamecano absolutely thrash Kylian Mbappe. This guy pocketed Lewandowski. Don't you ever forget that. He pocketed Lewa, and I'm gonna be honest. He was the best player against Leipzig, against us when we played Leipzig. Upamecano against Bayern Munich, that shows he can do it. He can do it at the top level, because you're playing Bayern Munich, the team that slaps up all London teams. Like we are the. If you perform against us, you can perform against anybody, because that's what Upamecano did. He pocketed Lewa. He made our attack look crap. He was superb in the Leipzig game when we played them. It's 0-0, kept the game flow. Oh, he was just doing everything, and he made a run. I think just got to the pitch and created a chance for Leipzig. He was good. He was very good. And it wasn't like we were poor that day. It was like a freaking real battle, and he held his own. He held his own plus more. He put Lewandowski in his pocket. And that's the type of player we want. That's the type of freaking player we want. Oh my god. Upa is 21 years young. When we are 21 years young. Yeah, he is very young though. Let's pull this graphic up. Everyone loves these graphics. Upamecano is 21 years young. When we sign him on 5 years, just imagine in 2 years, SULE is 26. SULE is going to be older and more experienced, I imagine. Upa is 23. SULE in his prime. Upa 1 to 2 years before his prime. Nobody will score against him. Yep, I mean, come on. The thing about that, Upa will be in his prime, man. But actually, to be fair, this guy's already playing his potential, though. Like, he's already doing it. I don't know what else he can improve. He's an exceptional passer as a center back. Like, he has one of the greatest long passes accuracy. He's one of the best ball progressors in the league. He's already there. Like, he's already there. He might just want to improve and get experience. When he does it at the top level consistently, then we can say, this guy, he's a different type of thing. But right now, he's already that good. Davies will eat Mbappe alive. I know. That's exactly what we want, though, right? Is Bayern Munich going to do it? That's the question. Is Bayern's board going to feel like Upamecano was a priority? Because if a source from France, L'Equipe, is saying Upamecano wants Bayern Munich, or is our board capable of to just go, yes, let's get a player that wants us? Because we haven't gotten Werner. No one seems to remember. Timo Werner is not ours. All right? We didn't buy Timo Werner for the, I hope it's for the reason that I think it is, because we just didn't feel like he fit the team. But if we didn't get Werner because we just couldn't or didn't want to, then that pissed me off, right? Werner is a player that wanted us, and if it's the same thing with Upamecano where he's like, I want Bayern, I don't know, man. Oh yeah, I accidentally put a release clause of, wow, that's crazy. They have to sell Boa, Martinez, and Tolisso, maybe Coman too, and sign effing Perisic, Hakimi. Perisic has been decent though. Upa, Sane, and we are good. We have a freaking good team there. We have a really good team. We are almost at 200 subscribers, so if it'd be nice to get to 200, so share the stream if you want, and yeah, I mean seriously, if Upamecano signs for Bayern Munich, I'm going to go crazy, because the amount of quality we would have. I want quality, man. I don't want anything else. We've been so privileged to watch so much quality with Bayern over. I mean, I haven't even watched. I'm not gonna say I was born Bayern fan, because I wasn't. I became a Bayern fan through Ian Robin. I'm not gonna say I know all this. I can just tell you one player, Oliver Kahn. That's it. That's all I'll say. Like, I'm not like this guy, but we've been so privileged to have these top teams throughout the years. We've been so freaking privileged. I'm just like me. I've only really been watching football regularly for about 3 years now, right? Since I was a World Cup consumer, just watched the World Cup. I didn't care too much about Bayern or the club football. I didn't care. I just cared about the World Cup, right? And football, I think we have enough center backs. Okay. What about if Boateng and Javi Martinez leave, which they most likely will? Then do we have enough center backs? What about when we pick up injuries to 3 of our defenders, like we usually do any time in the season? Do we have enough center backs? We don't. We have good center backs, just not the depth. You know, I don't think we have enough depth. It seems like we have depth because everyone's staying fit right now. But when things get when fixtures are all over the place, it's crazy. We don't know how much fixtures do, but when Coman's playing Tuesday, Wednesday, he gets injured a lot, and we wonder why, right? But when we have Alaba playing too many games, he will pick up a knock. Who are we going to bring in for Alaba? Lucas Hernandez to get injured again, right? Let's say, Boateng picks up an injury. Who are we going to bring in? NIKLAS is injured, and he's just coming back. Are you going to force him back in? We don't have depth, man. We don't have any depth. We don't have we have depth. Maybe right now it looks like we have depth, but not the quality. Look, Martinez isn't in the level he was anymore. Javi Martinez is no world-class center back. He has no potential. Boateng has no potential either. He's not that good, right? Boateng got back in form, but that doesn't mean we should sacrifice getting Upamecano for him. We should sell all these. We should sell Boateng and Javi Martinez. Use that money, which is if Boateng goes for 10 million, I wouldn't care. Javi Martinez, 10 million. That's about me. If he goes for 15 million, that's 30 million. Use that money and add 15 million. Sign Upamecano for his release clause of 45 million. It is so simple. What if Alaba gets injured and, for example, Coman too, like he always does, then it looks bad without signing a center back? Yes, it does, right? It does. But I'm saying we've been so blessed to have quality players, right? We forget how it feels to have these players. We don't know what it feels like because over the last few years, I don't think we've had the top players. We haven't had a Karl-Heinz Rummenigge again. We haven't had Lewandowski would be the Gerd Müller of today. If Gerd Müller doesn't score 40 goals, I think Lewandowski would catch him up. 40 goals in the Bundesliga, that's a lot of goals, man. That's like almost 2 goals a goal and a half per game, man. That's too much. So we've been so blessed to have quality players. Adding quality to the team. We shouldn't make it look like it's bad for us to sign another center back just because we have like 10, but they all get injured. We're Bayern Munich, right? We're a world-class club. We have players that have won 3 freaking Ballon d'Ors. We've had some of the best players in their positions. We've had players like Philippe Lam, right? So that's why I would criticize players like Pavard, because they're not good enough for us, right? And we have a certain level that I want us to always be at. We are the club that slaps up Barcelona 7-0 in aggregate. That doesn't come by mistake. That's because we're Bayern Munich. We can do that to teams, right? We are the world-class club. We're the killer of all teams. We're the stars of the South. And I want us to have all the best players. I don't want us to think about money. I don't want us... If Sane is going to cost 150 million, cool. He's the best German winger. I'm going to be honest. Sane's better than Gnabry. But it's not a comparison between the two. They don't really play in the same position. But put Leroy Sane exactly in that team. He improves us, but also adds quality and depth. That's what I want. If Sane is in his form, you will rip up exactly. I don't think people look at Sane enough. They look at, oh, City aren't playing him. He must be crap. There's politics in football. What if City have to play Sterling because he's an English player and he's doing well, right? Maybe Pep just likes the fact that Sterling is smaller than Sane. But it's politics. That's why Sane's not playing. It's all about football politics. When Leroy Sane gets in that Bayern Munich team, there's no team that can control Gnabry, Sane, and Lewandowski at the same time. If we get a Hakimi at right back, there's no team that's stopping Davies and Hakimi at the same time. We would literally, just on paper, make teams have to defend. That's it. When you see a Bayern Munich team with Hakimi, Davies, Sane, Gnabry, Lewandowski, when you see these teams, you will have to defend. Manuel Neuer is wrapped up. No, he ain't. He's not done. Neuer is going to be done when he's 40. He's going to be starting for Germany in the 2022 World Cup. Mark my words. Time to make Muller the captain. Well, Neuer's done well as captain, and he's a club legend. He's also a legend of football. Pavard is better than Hakimi. You're not telling me Pavard's better than Hakimi. Don't you ever dare put that Pavard's better than freaking Hakimi. Pavard can't see Hakimi if he had two pairs of eyes that were functional. Pavard ain't seeing no Hakimi. Pavard's not better. Don't tell me Pavard's better than Hakimi. Neuer, Hakimi, Upamecano, SULE, Davies, Kimmich in midfield, THIAGO. It looks like Kimmich is going to stay in midfield, right? So Kimmich, THIAGO, Muller, Sane, Leroy, Gnabry. Come on, look at that team. If you see that team on paper, you would have to just defend. Like you can't attack after that. You can't. What would your justification for attacking be? Like you're not gonna attack. What if you attack, lose one touch, and Upamecano passes to Sane, right? And you're trying to defend Sane. Lewandowski's making a run. You come on. We would look like R9, Ronaldinho, Rivaldo. We would look like the 22 Brazil team. That 22 Brazil team. Like that's the type of level I want to hit with this club, man. We've always had that level, but not recently. We haven't had those names on paper. I want those names on paper to make our opposition frightened. So if you're joining us, apparently L'Equipe de Français, is a French newspaper, have said that Upamecano prefers Bayern Munich. And since everyone loves those graphics, I want Upa and Hakimi at all costs. Please, Karl-Heinz, do it. Can't do it. Oliver Kahn, man. You would think, to be fair, what we want is, we just want quality, man. I think all of us want quality. We want quality to be in our team again. And that's the most important thing. I want to see the best players play for the best club in the world. And that's us, right? Imagine we win the Champions League. If you're Hakimi, you're like, damn, they just won the Champions League. Like, this is why I was so freaking... I want to win the Champions League as soon as we can in this decade. Because there's a new generation of players. The older players are retiring. The Hazards. We're not looking for Hazard. We're looking for the Sanchos, the Havertz, right? If we're looking for these players, we have to win the Champions. That's why all these players want to go to Liverpool, because they think Liverpool is going to be the new team of the decade, and they want to be involved in that. If we win the Champions League this year, here's what they're going to think. Man, Bayern Munich just won the Champions League. They kind of want me. Hey, and they'll start twerking for us. That's why Werner maybe wants us, because he knows we're going to be the... Come on. That's why it's so important to win the CL. Hansi Flick, we don't have the manager. If we had Jupp Heynckes, he could probably call up anyone. He's a player that's played football at a top level. He's managed Real Madrid, won the champ. Like if you Jupp Heynckes on paper, he's gonna just attract anyone, right? Hasn't Jupp won like 3 Champions League? He won one with Real Madrid. He's been in a bunch of finals, right? If you're Jupp Heynckes, you attract players. Hansi Flick can't. He has to win himself a Champions League in his first season as manager. That's what he has as Bayern Munich manager. If Hansi Flick wins himself a Champions League, every single player will want to play for us, and that's what we want. We want to get to the point where we are so freaking good that everyone wants to be in the project. Everyone wants to be here. Leroy Sane is a first priority. Exactly. Sane said he sees Bayern Munich winning the Champions League. And I think he's seeing it as City won't do it. If we win the Champions League, seriously, everyone will want to join us. We could be linked to any player the next day. They're out on the public saying we want to join. We would be able to we could get players like Pogba, because Pogba's like, I want to win me Bundesliga and Champions Leagues and DFB Pokals and Club World Cups instead of Europa League with Man United. Like if we had that level, we gotta win the CL this year, man. Because we have to, right? Because we're not PSG where we can just give you high wages and sign you. We're not that. We are a cultured club. And in order to attract the best of the best, win the Champions League, right? When we won the Champions League, players have wanted to join us. Top players, right? Top players have. We've had a team too good, so good that we've sold some good players like Toni Kroos. That's how good our teams were. And now I just want to hit that level. I'd rather have Sane than 5 new signings. Oh no, nah. If we get Ferran Torres, he's not gonna be as good as Sane, obviously. And we get 5 signings like an Upamecano, I'm taking it. Sane is not that freaking god, no. So legitimately for me, nah, I wouldn't go ahead and just say, oh, if we don't get Sane, nah. Sane is good, like he's a priority for me, and I want to see him in that Bayern shirt, but. If it doesn't happen, I'm not gonna cry. Let's reach 10 likes on the video, everyone. Thank you everyone so much for tuning in on this Upamecano news. I'm so excited talking about this because I want these types of players. I want high quality at Bayern. That's why I'm not into Pavard as much, because I know the level we could hit. I know the type of team we can be. I know where we can go. I know our cap. I know where we're going. Okay, that's why I'm so freaking harsh on these average players we sign sometimes, right? We didn't need Sebastian Rudy. We don't need to be signing these types of players. They're not ballers. They can't even be on the bench. Bayern Munich's benches of the past. We've had some real ballers on the bench, man. God damn, we've had some people. Our bench, like maybe in 2013, not 2013. Maybe like 2000 when we won the Champions League versus Valencia. We could probably start some of those players now. Our bench, man. Leave a like, stop capping. We have a good team now. Our 2013 team wasn't much better. Our 2013 team wasn't like incredibly like miles off better than this team, right? Because there's still a few players here. But they were just in a better system. And we actually are looking like Jupp Heynckes again, a team. We're looking organized, we're looking saucy, great in attack, great in defense. What we can't have happen is we get to the CL final, perform well, and lose. We can't lose anything. We have to win the CL this year. It has to be this year. Ray Magundi, Bayern should consider to get Milot Rashica if they fail to sign Sane. No, nah, I'm not into that, man. Rashica's a good player, but if we're signing him, it's because he's a backup for Coman, right? Sane is the real, left winger that we're looking for. Rashica could just come off the bench for the last 20 minutes. If Gnabry's injured, he can start. That's the level of bench I'm looking for. Liverpool's bench is Man City's bench. You can imagine you injure David Silva and Bernardo Silva comes on. What are you gonna feel like? You injure Phil Foden. No, you injure Kevin De Bruyne and Foden comes on. You injure Sergio Aguero and Jesus comes on. City's bench is what I'm looking for. You injure Kyle Walker and you're seeing a 70 million freaking signing in João Cancelo coming through. Like, you injure Zinchenko, and next thing you know, Benjamin Mendy, 50 million is coming through. I'm looking for that type of bench. I want that at Bayern. I want that quality. If we could, our bench could start for most teams. That's what I'm looking for. Our bench would be Dortmund's bench. It would be Dortmund's first team. That's what I'm looking for, man. Our bench could be freaking Man United's first team. Like, that's the level we hit. Look at Real Madrid's bench. Who do they have? Freaking Toni Kroos. He is even playing. They have these Vinicius Jr., Rodrigo, players that are highly demanded. Javi can't even get a freaking game. They have one of the best right backs in the world, Hakimi, on loan because he can't get a game. That's the type of quality I'm looking for. So when I'm telling you, we are not that. We don't have those options, man. Our bench has always been a huge problem for me. Like, this season, it's improved because we have the Coutinhos. But Coutinho's alone. We have Odriozola, but those are like backups for clubs. I want the top players on the bench. Our bench has Kusan, Zugzi, Zagzy's, I mean, he's a bench. I think Zagzy in the future will be a player, man. Our bench has Mital Cousins. See, that's exactly what I'm saying. Like, we need a bench. If you're good, first of all, we have to improve our first 11, and then we can think about that bench. Improve your first 11. Upamecano can sit on the bench for half the games of the season. He doesn't have to start. Like, we could have something here. We could just build a freaking dynasty. We could just have a great bench, great starting 11. And if Davies gets injured, dang, Lucas Hernandez comes in. Like, Alaba may come in, right? NIKLAS SULE gets injured, Upamecano plays. Like, it's just so good. Kimmich gets injured, Adrian Fine comes in. He's a good player, great player. Best player in Bundesliga too. Lewandowski gets injured, Zagzy comes in. That's what I want. Sane gets injured, Milan Rashico or Ferran Torres comes in. Gnabry gets injured. Freaking Leon Bailey may come in. I don't know. We should just get everyone, man. Keep yourself Sell, come on, man. Sell, come on. Do you think Sane wants to join us? He does, definitely. Our bench, to be honest, Bayern lost a bit of their vision in the club. We have lost a little bit of what we are. People think we're just some club that the underdogs. We're not no damn underdogs. We don't go to finals as underdogs. If we're going to a final versus Man City, the world would expect us to win. If we go to a final versus PSG, we're expected to win. No one's gonna be surprised if we win. That's what it means to be expected to win. If PSG won, people would be more surprised that Bayern didn't. We don't go to finals as ever. We're never underdogs. Like the 2013 final, we were gonna win. Valencia, we were gonna win. Man United, we had to win. We should have won. Right? We don't go to finals as underdogs. We're not this underdog team. We're the best club in the world. One of the best, most richest clubs in the world. We're wealthy. And we didn't have to freaking get some Arab owners. We didn't need to spend our way to where we are. We built this freaking dynasty. We built a whole freaking thing. Legally and nice. We have a sexy club. No homo. We have Tolisso, Goretzka, SULE, Coutinho, Orek on the bench. SULE isn't playing on the bench. Urek ain't not me. Sven's not alright. What does this guy do? Yeah, people say he's solid. I don't want no damn solid. Barcelona have Neto. Freaking, was it Valencia's best goalkeeper? God damn it, man. No, but he was one of the best goalkeepers in La Liga. They have him on their bench. That's the level I'm looking for. I don't want Urek on the bench. I'm not looking for Urek. Get Donnarumma, put him on the bench. Get Newbell, put him on the bench. And that's exactly what's gonna happen. That's what I'm looking for. That's the level I'm looking for. Right? We don't understand how to hit these levels, man. If we're signing Klosterman, we should just have him on the bench for Hakimi. Like, that's what I'm looking for. Pavard on the bench instead of SULE. Pavard on the bench is a freaking nice option. I'm not gonna lie. Pavard on the bench, like not starting, because starting it's just he's not on that level in my opinion. But if you start Pavard on that bench, if you put him on the bench, he looks like a freaking world-class player on that bench. He looked for most. It's the board. Blame the board. I'm not gonna blame our board. The thing is, we haven't hit the levels that we needed to hit, and that's the issue. So Upamecano, Hakimi, Sane, we automatically have Alaba, Hernandez, Goretzka, Coman, Pavard, Newbell on the bench. Think about that, man. Jesus Christ. Now, if SULE gets injured, we have Upamecano. Like, that's the depth I want. I don't want us to... like, Davies coming through was great, but I feel like Davies would have done well anyways. Because he would have done well if we put him in anyways. So we maybe would have found out about Davies later on if we actually didn't have... if we kept Alaba in this position. We would have maybe found out about Davies later on. It's great that we have him now. But, honestly, I would rather have had us... If Davies got injured, bring in Upamecano. If NIKLAS SULE and Lucas Hernandez got injured, bring on Alaba and also Upamecano. I would have rather had that than Davies come through. You know what I mean? I don't know if that makes sense. SULE injured, bring Alaba. Davies injured, bring Hernandez. Yeah. See, look, Hernandez can be a sec. I don't care if he costs 70 mil. Like, there's this misconception. We can have £70 million players on the bench. Real Madrid have it. Man City have it. PSG have a bunch of players on the bench. PSG bought Sarabia just to put him on the bench. Like, that's what I want, man. Icardi sits on the bench a lot. Cavani's on the bench. You're just thinking you have to have good. You have to, first of all, the main most important thing is your starting 11. Sane, Hakimi, and Upamecano for me have to come in, right? And maybe a Ferran Torres, 4 players. Havertz even, right? That's 4 or 5 players. Even Werner, I don't care. But then your bench, you have to strengthen each position that needs to be strengthened. As much as I love Joshua Zirkzee, and I think he will succeed, do you think it's better for him to be competing with no one to be our second choice striker, or to have maybe like a Werner to compete with? Because it would push him. Like, you know what I mean? Because look, we will get injuries. Lewandowski won't. As much as I love the fact that he doesn't ever get injured, that's cool. But what if he does? we are FUCK. You know that we are effed if Lewandowski gets an injury. That shouldn't happen at Bayern. We shouldn't have that. We should not have where we are effed if a certain player gets injured. We're not Dortmund. We're not a one man only club with Royce. We need to have these players on this level. We need Werner to sit on that damn bench. Flick and rotate in the Bundesliga so everyone gets play time, because of our bench is so good for the Bundesliga. And when the CL is here, bring the best 11 and rip. That's exactly what we do. Real Madrid do it. They don't care about La Liga that much. Like, Zidane didn't care about La Liga. He would just rotate his team. And when CL came, he cared about it more. And we could legitimately just do that. And when these knockout games happen, we wouldn't get many injuries if we had a great amount of depth. Think about it, because what would happen if we had great depth? Players that got injured a lot would get played less, and they wouldn't pick up as many injuries, and they'd be available more. So maybe imagine if we're in a CL game, Atletico Madrid or something, and we haven't scored, and Atletico Madrid see the sub board. Sane's coming off. Who comes in? Ferran Torres. Lewandowski's coming off. Who comes in? Timo Werner. Not obviously, Leroy ain't coming off. Or Zirkzee comes off. Muller's off. Zirkzee comes on. Muller's off. Like, we go to 4-4-2, match them for formation. Like, they see the board. Kimmich is going to right back. I don't know. Hakimi's coming in. I don't know. Coman's coming in to burn them with pace. Right? Take off Gnabry, put in Coman. Like, that's what I want, man. I want that. That would just make Real Madrid do it. Man City do it. We need a good bench. We need it. I feel Bayern are too mean in terms of spending money, at least to create competition. Bayern is not about to win the Bundesliga every season. It's about reaching the semis and finals UCL. We shouldn't be aiming to reach the semifinals of the Champions League. That is probably because of sponsorships. They want to see Bayern in the Champions League, because more people will watch us play Real Madrid in the Champions League than they will watch us play Fortuna Düsseldorf away from home on a freaking Saturday evening. They watch us play the Champions Leagues more, right? Because that's just more important. But that's why we aim to reach the semifinals. But we shouldn't be aiming for no damn semifinal. I want to win the final. I want to be in the final every single year. Like, we have an opportunity, because we're the best club in the world right now. Liverpool's out the Champions League. The only club that I saw as a threat. Man City and PSG are the only real threats. But think about it. PSG's defense ain't better than ours. Their midfield is not more coherent than ours. Their attack is good, but it's just all about individualistic players. Thomas Tuchel has been crap. They're looking to sack him. The PSG look good because they're playing. They haven't really had a threat. They're playing Dortmund butlers, right? What we're gonna have when we come against PSG is a more structured attack. I'm not gonna say and sit here and say Gnabry's better than Neymar, because he ain't technically. Neymar is one of the most gifted players in the world. But what we could have is just a more structured attack than PSG, a more structured midfield, a more structured defense. Okay, take it away from PSG. What if we play Man City in the Champions League? What's up, Laps? What if we play Man City in the Champions League, right? What we would have is a better defense than Man City. We would have a more coherent midfield than Man City. And we have a better attack than Man City. Come on. If you're not winning the Champions League with what we have this season, when will we ever win it? That's the question. When we will ever win the Champions League if we don't win it this season? So we need this Real Madrid 2014-2017 level. Yeah. Real Madrid have been dominating the Champions League because they just have the players. We should have sold Ian Robin and Ribery like 2 years before they retired. That's exactly the ruthless. Real Madrid was like, Cristiano, you're 32, man. When did you become 32? Florentino Perez, a few days before. I can't sell Cristiano. A few days after. Ronaldo gone. That's what I want. What formation would you like us to play in? As a manager, if I was Bayern Munich manager, I would play with a 4-3-3. But as like a fan, 4-2-3-1. It's worked the best for us. It fits in the most players. Who's for sale? Newcastle will buy some. Please buy Tolisso. Please, God, buy Boateng. Please buy Javi Martinez. Please, if you can, buy Pavard. And we would, for 100 million, all of them are 100 million. They would probably spend the money. I will make a Newcastle career mode later on tonight. It's starting. It's starting. Oh, I don't even want to do it, to be completely honest. I don't want to do it on FM. I might just do it in FIFA, because FM is, the game doesn't have a rebuild. FM is more about Football Manager going from different clubs. I'm getting sacked from Bayern Munich because I lost the CL final. I recorded it. The video is going out tonight. I'm not going to stream, I don't think. If we can get, don't sell Pavard or Tolisso. No, I'm not selling Pavard, I'm just saying that. But Tolisso's got to go. He's got to go. He, of course, fan of the club since he was a baby. But he ain't none. He ain't on that stuff, man. If you get Upamecano, doesn't that mean bye-bye Alaba? No, it means hi Alaba. You now have someone who can cover the position you're playing. And Alaba's going to start as a center back for us. He is. When NIKLAS, Alaba is a left-footed center back, left-sided center back. Upamecano is a right-sided center back, right-footed center back. It's not going to be between Upamecano and Alaba. It's going to be between Upamecano and NIKLAS. It's going to be between those two. Who would play CM, Kimmich, and THIAGO? And Adrian Fine, best Bundesliga 2 player. Hopefully he returns and he's perfect. Yeah, that's it. Those are the players that we would end up getting. But I'm gonna refresh the channel. I should probably put like how many subscribers we have on, like, so it counts up and down. But we are on 197 subscribers. Getting to 200 today would be sick. If you can share the videos, share the stream, just share it. Whatever you have to do, god damn it, do it. I wanna boast my ego. The channel is growing nicely though, I have to admit. We were on 180 just a few days ago, and now we're on 197. Do you think we will get Messi? Hell no, I don't want Messi. Not like Messi's an quality player. Messi's literally the best player of all time, in my opinion. Like, in terms of talent, it's probably Ronaldinho, but in terms of completeness, Messi, right? But Messi is 32 almost, and we don't need no 32-year-old. I just subbed. What do you mean you just subbed, Laps? You haven't been subbed to the channel before. What's wrong with you? What the hell? Nah, I'm playing. Yeah. Yeah, sorry. See, at least I said it. See, this is why I should say it more, because some people genuinely watch, and it's weird because maybe I see the analytics for me. I look at the analytics and I'm like, 42% of people watching didn't subscribe. Not the stream, but afterwards didn't subscribe. It's weird. Can't fit at Bayern. Yeah, Messi. We're not like a one-sided club. We don't have a one player that we focus. People like to think it's Lewandowski, but I mean, this season, I looked at a great video by Football Made Simple. It said that Bayern's goal dependency spreads out now. Leroy is scoring more goals, but so is Gnabry, so is Coutinho, so is Müller. So we're not relying on one player. Last season, Lewandowski pretty much won us that title, but it's kind of evened out where, Gnabry's scoring more, and then Müller's scoring more, Coutinho's scoring and assisting. So we're not relying on one player anymore, like we did last season under Kovac. Under Kovac, we were just crossing to Lewandowski, and he had to work with it. We're on 199 now, so somehow 2 people have subscribed that weren't subscribed. But let's get to 200 before this stream ends. Let's get to 200. Please, just click the share, right? Click the share button, share the video, and your mom will be like, wow, who's this awesome, great-looking guy who I want to marry? Yeah, and then she'll just subscribe. If Kimmich is at right back, who plays a right back? Pavard plays right back, but we will need to get. We'll need to get like maybe the HAKIMI. We'll need to get HAKIMI. Do you want to sell Coman or keep? Sell Coman. No, but actually, I talked with Marco and Slimesteiger yesterday. I genuinely, at this moment, I'm just, yeah, keep Coman. They told me about how if Coman was with Pep, he would tell him, Coman's played well for us, just not consistent because he gets injured a lot. My problem isn't his talent. He's a very talented player, quick, great player, right? But he doesn't have the football brain in front of goal. If Coman could just make one movement, one change in front of goal, he would be one of the best wingers in the world. Like, legit. There's no one on his level of just, he can put players on the floor. He's the best dribbler in terms of actually just doing dribbling 1v1. He's roasting anyone. He would make Virgil van Dijk look like a little child. Come on. But he just doesn't want to, he doesn't learn. I don't know how we do it, man. Maybe send him to Pep for a loan and see if he gets better. If you sell Coman, do you want Sane? That's the only one we want. We wanted Hudson-Odoi, to be fair. Chelsea rejected a 50 million bid. How they did that is beyond me. Why we put in a 50 million bid is beyond me. But thankfully we didn't, because Sane will cost significantly less. But I'm gonna look at the sub count now. I think I'll put the sub count like maybe here. Oh, 200 freaking subscribers. Let's go. Okay, 200 subscribers. The channel just hit 200 subscribers. That's crazy. All right, that's cool. I mean, to be fair, man, this is cool. Nowhere near to Ribery. Yeah, well, no. Ribery was more of a efficiency. He would make one touch. He's past the player, and then he would, put someone in. To be fair, I think Odoi needs to go out on loan. Yeah, Callum Hudson-Odoi came back from his injury. I mean, the guy got an assist straight away. But I watched the game. He got an assist straight away. But I wonder if it's Laps is my friend Cameron. Is that you? Is that you, Cameron Wheeler? Is that you, Cameron? Chelsea suck. We're gonna kill you in that second leg if it ever happens. Please let it happen. How does everyone think the Champions League will... That's the last question I'll ask you all. The chat, I love you all. I love talking to all of you. But how do you all see the Champions League ending? Because it's going to... we have to finish it somehow. Obviously, it's going to be maybe June, maybe August it returns. But how does everyone in the chat see the Champions League ending? Because, I mean, technically, we ended the season... We didn't continue the season since February. So really, the Champions League had 3 months left. So we have to almost squeeze 3 months worth of Champions League matches and fixtures into a few weeks. So how does everyone see the Champions League? Can I send you a link from a lineup? Please do. Please send it in the chat. Send it in the chat, or yeah, please do. But we are 200 subscribers now. So how does everyone see the Champions League ending? Because I really I'm curious, because I think it's gonna, they're talking about bringing the Champions League to camps and I don't know, start again. Imagine this next year. Next year? Oh. Wait. What do you mean next year? No, it's not. No, we're not postponing. Someone told me void the Champions League. Shut up. Shut up. What about Bayern Munich? We're resume in August. You think the Champions League will come back? And that's a very realistic date, to be fair. Probably in the summer. Euros are cancelled. Yeah, that's what UEFA did to, give spots for leagues to finish. But, what if Bayern Munich finish the season, the Bundesliga, and they're off for a month, and then the Champions League returns? That's going to be weird. But I just want it to be a bit realistic, where it's actually not... I don't want no damn camp. I don't want matches played over a few days. No, I don't want no World Cup format. I want it to be the Champions League. It's exciting. It's Champions League with no fans. That's great. I want traveling from different countries. I want that. Like, I genuinely want the Champions League to feel normal for me. Like, you know what I mean? Everyone should know what I mean. I want it to feel like the away atmosphere. Even though there's no real away thing, I want it still. Like, there's only one English team. Bayern are too overrated. Oh, yeah. You're a Chelsea fan, so you would say that to make yourself feel better. But, I mean... Okay. Nothing is normal these days. It is, but you're right. Nothing is normal. It is not normal, man. But I think we'll end the stream here. I think we all want Upamecano at Bayern. If you don't want Upamecano at Bayern, and you're a fan of the club, I question your own ambitions and where you think the club is at, because I want him. But thank you all so much for watching. Mia san mia, and peace.